Once upon a time, in a cozy little house with a bright red door, lived a very special cat named Pip. Pip wasn't just any cat. He was the fluffiest, softest, most cloud-like cat you could ever imagine. His fur was as white as freshly fallen snow, and his eyes were the color of shiny blue marbles. Every morning, when the sun peeked through the window and painted golden stripes on the floor, Pip would begin his day with a big, long stretch. He'd stretch his front paws way out, and then his back paws, making a little arch with his back. After his stretch, he'd hop onto the bed of his favorite person, a little girl named Lily. Pip's favorite thing to do was to purr, and oh, what a purr it was. It wasn't a quiet little rumble. It was a big, happy, rumbling motor that seemed to make the whole room vibrate with coziness. He'd curl up right next to Lily's ear and start his purr engine. It was Lily's favorite alarm clock. The sound was so warm and comforting, like a fuzzy blanket made of sound. Lily would giggle and say, "Good morning, Pip, my little purr machine." After their morning cuddles, it was time for breakfast. Pip would follow Lily down the stairs, his fluffy tail held high like a question mark. He'd rub against her legs, purring all the way until she filled his bowl with yummy cat food. While he ate, his tail would do a happy little wiggle-waggle. Once his tummy was full, Pip's playful energy would switch on. He was an expert jumper. The living room was his personal gymnasium. He could leap from the floor to the back of the sofa in a single, graceful bound. Whoosh! He'd land as softly as a feather without making a sound. Then he'd spy the top of the bookshelf. It looked so high, like a mountain. Pip would crouch down low, his eyes wide, his fluffy tail twitching back and forth, back and forth. He'd wiggle his bottom just a little bit, getting ready, and then jump up. He'd fly, a white fluffy blur, landing perfectly on the very top. From his mountain perch, he could see the whole room, like a king surveying his kingdom. Lily would clap her hands and cheer. "You did it, Pip. You're the best jumper in the world." Pip would just blink his blue eyes slowly, feeling very proud of himself. But Pip's absolute most favorite, best in the whole wide world game was playing with yarn. Lily's grandma loved to knit, and she had a big basket filled with colorful balls of yarn. To Pip, this basket was a treasure chest of wonders. There were red balls, blue balls, sunny yellow balls, and grassy green balls. One afternoon, Grandma was knitting a green scarf. A little bit of the green yarn trailed from her needles and dangled onto the floor. Pip's eyes locked onto it. The yarn twitched, Pip's ears perked up. The yarn wiggled again. That was it. Pip couldn't resist. He went into stealth mode. He flattened his fluffy body to the floor and crept slowly, one silent paw after another, toward the mysterious green string. He was a fluffy white tiger, stalking his prey in the living room jungle. When he was close enough, he pounced. He batted the yarn with his soft paws, sending it skittering across the wooden floor. He chased it, tumbled with it, and rolled over and over, getting himself all tangled up. Soon he looked like a fluffy white cloud decorated with green spaghetti. The yarn was wrapped around his tummy, over his ears, and even caught on his tail. He looked so silly. Lily and her grandma couldn't help but laugh. Lily gently unwrapped him, and Pip just purred and purred, ready for another round. He'd grab the end of the yarn in his mouth and dash away, unraveling the ball as he went. He'd hide behind the couch with just the tip of his fluffy tail showing, waiting for Lily to come and play tug-of-war with the yarn. Sometimes, after a long day of purring, jumping, and playing, Pip would find the sunniest spot on the rug. He'd curl into a tight, fluffy ball, tuck his nose under his tail, and fall fast asleep. As he slept, his paws would twitch, and he'd let out tiny mews. Lily knew he was dreaming. Maybe he was dreaming of jumping over a mountain of yarn, or of purring a song so loud the whole world could hear it. One evening, as Lily was getting ready for bed, she couldn't find Pip. She looked under her bed. No Pip. She looked in his favorite box. No Pip. She called his name, Pip. Pip, where are you? She heard a tiny, faint purr. It was coming from her closet. She opened the door, and there, nestled amongst her fluffiest sweaters, was Pip. He had made a little nest for himself and was purring his sleepy, contented purr. He looked up at her with his big blue eyes, as if to say, "I found the coziest spot in the house." Lily scooped him up. He felt so warm and soft in her arms. She carried him to her bed and tucked him in beside her. Pip immediately started his rumbling purr, louder and louder, until Lily felt her eyelids getting heavy. She snuggled close to her fluffy friend. "You're the best cat in the whole world, Pip," she whispered. Pip just purred in reply. He was more than just a pet. He was a fluffy ball of love, a master jumper, a yarn-chasing champion, and the keeper of the coziest purrs. And as they drifted off to sleep together, the sound of Pip's happy purring filled the room. A perfect lullaby for a little girl and her best fluffy friend. The moonlight shone through the window, making Pip's white fur glow like a little angel. He was dreaming again, probably of his next big adventure tomorrow, filled with more high jumps, more colorful yarn, and of course, lots and lots of purrs. The end. Thank you so much for listening to the story of Pip the Fluffy Cat. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fun stories. See you next time.